Now, today I want to start from here, overall order method. And if we see the general equation where A and B are the orders with respect to A and B, species A and B, and small a, small b are the power or order. And if we supply the reactants A and B as per their stoichiometric ratio, so that Cb by Ca is B by A. Say B is 2 and A is 1. So we have to use 100 moles of B and 50 moles of A like this initially. And if we maintain this is for throughout the reaction period, then B by A is constant. And we can replace Cb by V by A multiplied by Ca. Then finally we'll get the equation in this form where K prime is another constant K B by A, that is stoichiometric ratio to the power B, and K, this is another rate constant K prime Ca to the power N. Then this is called apparent rate constant, this K prime, because this is not the actual rate constant. So this is apparent rate constant. So for any reaction, if we try to fit with the experimental data with nth order, we can use apparent rate constant. Now you can integrate. If we assume n not equal to 1, then this is the form after integration, and substitute t is equal to half. As in case of first order reaction, you have seen half-life period. Similarly, for nth order reaction, we can find out half-life period T half. For that, Ca will be Ca0 by 2, substitute here Ca0 by 2, and you will get the expression which is given in the last line, T half is equal to this ratio multiplied by Ca0 to the power 1 minus n. So you find this 1 minus n we can evaluate if we take log on both sides, and this quantity 0.5 etc. divided by rate constant n minus 1, this will be the slope. So if we take log of half-life period versus log of initial concentration, then from the slope and intercept we can find out K and n minus 1, that is n. What is n? What is n? We assume A plus B is n. So overall order we can find out if we have the laboratory data based on initial concentration of A. So if it is second order, suppose second order, or nth order means half order, 0.5, or any fractional order, negative order, for all these cases this is valid. And we can find out T half for different Ca0, and then if you plot it, you can find there are probability of having three type of plots. One is horizontal, this is with first plot with positive slope, and second plot with negative slope. So inspect the equation, you will find if n greater than 1, slope is becoming negative, the previous equation. If n is greater than 1, then slope is negative, and if n is less than 1, that is 0.5, 0.3, any fractional order, then it is positive. And what is n is equal to 1? That is 0 order. If n is equal to 1, then overall order is 0. So this is 0, this is greater than 1, that is 2, 3 like this, second order, third order, and this is n is equal to 1. No, n greater than 1 means second order, that is above first order, second order, third order, etc. And this is less than 1 means that is fractional order, and this is 0 order. And in the textbook, you will find some problems where The laboratory or experimental data is available in the form of half-life period versus Ca0, initial concentration. So straight you plot in a log-log scale, find out the slope and intercept, and you can say the overall order, not the individual order with respect to A and B. You will find the overall order. Then how do you find A and B? Then you have to vary the molar ratio and repeat the process, and we can find out different overall order. And finally, uh, by substitution, you can find out A and B. Now, I want to discuss two types of equations, that is irreversible parallel reaction and irreversible consecutive equation. Let us see the parallel reaction. In case of parallel reaction, A2R, A2S. And this is very much important in case of gas phase solid catalyzed reaction. That is, most of the industrial reactions you will find there is no single reaction. There might be various reactions taking place in parallel, and one will be the desired product that is wanted, and other products will be unwanted. So in this case, we can study the parallel reaction, and we have to optimize the formation of CR, that is CR max. For that, we can see the nature, and also you can find out individual rate constant K1, K2. And it is very easy because both the reaction, if we assume first order, then K1 plus K2. If it is second order, then expression will be different. But if it is first order, we can take K plus K1 plus K2, summation of this rate constant. But if it is second order, then solution will be different. Then that is, I'm not showing, you can try it. There will be more equations and solution will be slightly difficult. And if it is first order, both irreversible, then summation of these two rate constants are calculated from the plot of log Ca0 by Ca/Ca0 versus time, and where K prime is the slope is giving K1 plus K2. And alternately, you can find out the ratio of rate of formation of R and rate of formation of S. This ratio is RR by RS, and giving same K1Ca by K2Ca. Ca get cancelled. This will be the ratio of two rate constants. And this ratio of two rate constants is equal to dCr by dCs, that is nothing but the difference of Cr minus Ca0 by Cs minus Ca0. So if we plot Cr as a function of Cs or Cs as a function of Cr, so if you plot one of the products as a function of other product, from there you can find out the slope K1 by K2. See the plot. So if Cr is plotted against Cs, then slope will be equal to K1 by K2. And already we are having K1 plus K2 is K prime. This value is known. So with these two equations, we can solve for the individual rate constant for the independent reactions K1 and K2. So this problem is also available in Levensburg, because I am stepwise. Whenever I am discussing, I'll give the hints where it is applicable for problem. So this theory is applicable for solving problem from the Levensburg chapter. And say there are 30-40 problems. All the problems I cannot show in the class. So only few problems will be discussed. And this is simple problem you can practice today. And series reaction, I think series reaction already, this type you have already seen. It is first order differential equation we can solve by this solution y integration factor exponential integration p dx if the form is dy by dx plus py. Now, if it is series reaction and K1, K2 are two different rate constant, but K1 not equal to K2 in this case, then for first reaction, formation of A2R, you will get Ca is equal to Ca0 e to the power minus K1T, and substitute this Ca in the mole balance of Cr, that is Cr dt is equal to K1 Ca K2 Cr. And finally, you will get the equation dCr dt plus K2Cr and this. And you observe this, this is the equation in the form of dy dx plus py is equal to q, first order differential equation. And this is the solution at the last it is given. And Rs is similarly K2Cr. And we have to optimize the formation of R and S if possible, but S it is difficult to optimize. R can be optimized, and when R is optimized you will get the optimum Cs also. See the next slide. Just substitute it in the type of solution. Y integration factor, Y is here, and one integration constant is there. This constant you can evaluate with the initial limit t is equal to 0, Cr0 is 0. Then constant is this, substitute, and Cr is equal to Ca0 K1 exponential minus K1T and exponential minus K2T in this form. You will get the Cr as a function of time. And what is Ca0? At any time we can observe the product formations like Cr and Ca. So summation of all three species concentration will be equal to Ca0. And from here you can find out Cs also, and Cs is equal to this. And if you want to optimize or maximize Cr, differentiate with respect to T. Before finding optimum value of Cr, we observe about the rate constants. Either we can neglect the second term or we can neglect the first term, and it is only possible that if K2 is very larger than K1, say K2 is 100 and K1 is 0.1. So in this case we can neglect K1, and so if K2 is very large, K1 can be neglected, and but that step will be the controlling step. So if K1 is very small, that will be the controlling step. So we can say if first step is the controlling step, then this is not Cs, this is Cr. Cr is equal to Ca0 1 minus e to the power K2T. This correction is required. Okay, sorry, there is a mistake. Cs is equal to Ca0, previous page also Cr, because after inspecting this we are getting. And at dCr dt is equal to 0, differentiating with respect to time and equating to 0, you will get T max is ln K2 by K1 by K2 minus K1. It is called K log mean, just like LMTD, K log mean rate constant. And Cr max by Ca0, after substitution of T max, you will get Cr max by Ca0 is K1 by K2. So this final solution, this Cr max by Ca0 is also applicable for solving problem. Some problem it may ask what is the maximum time for obtaining Cr and what is the maximum concentration of R in a batch reactor. And you see here the variable is small t, means it is the batch reactor variable. So this expression is available in case of batch reactor, and Later chapter you will find it is also applicable for plug flow reactor because there is some similarity between plug flow and batch reactor. That cannot be discussed in this chapter. This will be discussed in the later chapter. So when I will discuss for plug flow reactor with multiple reaction, series reaction. Now concentration profile for all these series reaction, it looks like this. That is intermediate concentration, it goes through maxima always, and final product CS, it is just ever rising gradually. Then up to what we will expect, because we will expect for CR max at a particular time. So run the experiment up to T max and you will get the optimum value of CR max and the corresponding CS max also. We can find out the plots or equation using the equations. This one example is given when K1 is K2, same. K1 is equal to K2 is 0.1 minute inverse. Then the previous derivation is not applicable. So previous derivation is not applicable for K1 is equal to K2. You see CR max expression K2 minus K1 is there. T max also K2 by K1 is there. So it is not applicable because it is undefined when K2 is equal to K1. So for that you have to integrate separately, substituting K1 is equal to K2. So if we take K1 is equal to K2, there will be slight difference. After substitution of Ca is equal to Ca0 e to the power K1t, you will get the equation in this form and the solution will be Cr e to the power K1t and like this. And integration factor is also 0. Then what is Cr? Cr is simply K1 Ca0 e to the power minus K1t. And then differentiate with respect to time, you will get different expression, not like previous expression. Equate to 0 and find out T max, which is equal to 1 by K1, not log mean. Reciprocal of rate constant K1 is giving. And what is this K1 rate constant? It is the rate constant for both the step. First step, second step. Both the rate constants are same. So T max will be 1 by K1 always. And what is CR max? CR max, it depends on only Ca0 and rate constant. So if Ca0 and K1 is available, directly you can substitute and get the CR max value. So CR max in this problem, it is 3.679. As K1 is 0.1, you can substitute T max is 10. It is 0.1 minute inverse. So 10 minute answer is. And Ca0 is also 10 moles per liter. So if I change the values of Ca0 and T, you can solve this by the same method. Now I want to show a different chapter. This chapter will discuss variable volume reaction. Okay. I have divided variable volume reaction also two subchapters. That is variable volume reaction taking place in batch reactor and variable volume reaction in flow reactors. First I will go through batch reactor with variable volume reaction. And the theory behind this is very important because it is applicable for gas phase reaction as well as liquid phase reaction. And for writing a computer program for this, we need to take the help of stoichiometric table first. So Stoichiometric table for batch reactor with the general expression A plus B by A, B, C by A, C, D by A, D. These are the stoichiometric ratio B by A, C by A, D by A. So if we use B with the same stoichiometric ratio, then there will be no difficulty for solving problem. But if we use in different stoichiometric ratio, suppose as per reaction it is required B is twice of A. So A plus 2B is the reaction. So B by A is required 2. But if we supply it is 3 or 3.5, then the stoichiometric ratio and initial molar ratio are not same. So you can remember that always the molar ratio supplied initially cannot be same than the stoichiometric ratio B by A. So in this case we observe a coefficient theta B. Theta B is the molar ratio of B to A, and theta C and theta D, it is molar ratio of C and D respectively. But what is A? A is Na0 by Na0, it is same. So for A it is 1, and for B, C, D we can find out the supplied moles in the reactor initially, and the stoichiometric tables for flow reactors and batch reactor we can formulate considering initial and final condition the mole presence exist. So for batch reactor the moles are taken initially inside the reactor, but in flow reactor there is a flow, it is a flow process. So we will consider the flow molar ratio as per inlet. Achha. So this slide will be discussed later, just next to batch reactor. Achha, for batch reactor we will consider first column initial mole. Achha, second column is there in book. If you consult Fogler, it is there. Levenspiel book it is not available. And Fogler you will find mole change, another column. I have deleted that column because no need to explain that. Small change, what is the mole change? Minus Na0x for the case of Na. So if we consider the mole change, then Na is equal to Na0 1 minus Xa. So initial mole is Na0, and what is the mole change? Na0 times Xa. What is Xa? Xa is the conversion. That is, if we supplied 1 mole, Xa fraction will be converted. So it is fractional conversion, say 10%, 20%, 30%, we can go up to 100%. So NB0 is initial mole of B, NC0, ND0 are the corresponding moles. Then write NB, NC, ND, and you observe for B also it is negative, but C and D it is positive. So this sign depends on the position of the species. If the species is in the left hand side, so it is negative. If it is in the right hand side, it is positive. So this final concentration we can write Na divided by volume of the reactor. Initially we consider it is constant volume reactor. So this V is constant, but if there is a volume change with reaction, then this V will be different at different time, reaction time, V will change. So the concentration will be function of time also as volume is changing. So Na by V is the volume, substitute Na, Na0 1 minus Xa, similarly substitute Nb, Nc, Nd, you will get the concentration relations as a function of Xa. Stoichiometric table for flow reactor. What is flow reactor? Flow reactors are CSTR and plug flow reactor. Again, this will discuss later. Only as the stoichiometric tables between flow reactors and batch reactor, there is some similarities. So in this chapter I am explaining the same stoichiometric table for flow reactor, but flow reactors for variable volume reactions will be discussed in the second chapter of this slide. Acha. Same reaction is used, general form A plus B by A, C by A, D by A. Observe theta B, theta C, theta D. Initial case for batch reactor, it was initial number of mole of B to initial number of mole A. But in flow reactor, if we consider Fa0 and Fb0 at the molar flow rates of A and B at the inlet of the reactor. So at the inlet condition, we will observe theta B, theta C, theta D like this. And if it is gas phase reaction, it can be explained in terms of mole fraction YB0 by YA0, YC0 by YA0, and so on. And when it is required, mole fractions. In case of gas phase reaction problem, the problem statements you will find that it is given 30% A and 30% B and 40% inerts are added in the feed. Okay, say hydrogenation of organic vapor A and 30% A, 30% hydrogen and 40% inert. Inert means nitrogen, argon, these are used as inert material. So in this case, we can consider just the molar ratio of B and molar ratio of A. That is same as percentage. So if it is 30%, 30%, so this will be 0.3 by 0.3 like this. Achha. Then we construct the stoichiometric table for initial feed rate. These are the species molar flow rates, and Fb also it is written theta B multiplied by Fa0 using this expression, theta C multiplied by Fa0, theta D multiplied by Fa0. And what is the effluent rate? Effluent rate Fa, Fb, Fc, Fd. These are also could be explained in terms of theta B, theta C, theta D. That is both molar feed rates of different molar ratio of the different species in the feed and stoichiometric ratio as per reactions. So these terms are very, very important for developing the computer program. Then how can you write the general expression for concentration? We can write, say, any concentration Ci, ith species is equal to Fa0 theta I minus this B by A XA by V0. V0 is here volumetric flow rate, total volumetric flow rate. In case of batch reactor, it was volume of the reactor. But in case of flow reactors, it is volumetric flow rate. And if there is a variable volume reaction, this V0 is not constant. So we should consider the volume change during reaction. Let us see the variable volume reactions for both the cases, batch reactor and plug flow reactor, CSTR, etc. আচ্ছা ওই বাটিতে চায়ের দুধটা চিনি দেয়া আছে তোমার মানে মিশিয়ে দেয়া আছে total feed rate Ft0 we can write Fa0 then theta B multiplied by Fa0 theta C multiplied by Fa0 we can take within bracket 1 plus theta B theta C theta D. And what is the total effluent rate? There will be two terms, one terms containing at the inlet condition and other terms it is due to change with reaction. So due to change with reaction, if you see the stoichiometric table, you will find with change during reaction you are finding FB multiplied by B by A XA. That's why B by by A XA or X, and C by A, D by A, etc. It is coming in the second term, and this second term D by A, C by A, etc. This within this bracket it is called delta. That is mole change per unit mole of A with reaction. That is D plus C minus B minus A divided by A is delta. And Ft0 total molar flow rate at the inlet, first term. And Ft, that is in the outlet condition. So total effluent rate Ft is given by this expression. So total effluent rate divided by initial feed rate Ft0 is getting this expression, and this expression 1 plus Ya0 delta x, and in batch reactor also we can replace this Ft and Ft0 by Nt and Nt0. So similarly we will get Nt by Nt0 is equal to 1 plus Ya0 delta x. Achha, these two expressions you have to remember, Ft by Ft0 and Nt by Nt0 for the treatment of variable volume reaction. Now we assume V is equal to V0, P0 by P, T by T0 as per ideal gas law, and Nt by Nt0, that is molar ratio. And for flow reactors, this will be Ft by Ft0. And final volume, in terms of initial volume, we can write this. And in the ideal gas law, we are considering both temperature, pressure effect, and Z by Z0 is the compressibility factor ratio, and that is PV is equal to Z N RT. N is number of mole, Z is the compressibility factor of the real gas. So this ideal gas law is also applicable for real gas system by multiplying with Z, compressibility factor. So Z by Z0, Nt by Nt0. And if we assume isothermal reactor, so T by T0 is 1, and if there is no pressure change, P0 by P will be 1. So if P0 by P is 1, T by T0 is 1, and Z by Z0 is also 1 as assumption. So for ideal behavior, Z by Z0 is 1. So there is no pressure change, there is no temperature variation inside the reactor. Then we can write V is equal to V0 Nt by Nt0, or V0, what is Nt by Nt0? From the previous page it is there, Nt by Nt0. We can substitute 1 plus Na0 by Nt0 delta x. Similarly for V, final volume of the reaction mixture is equal to V0 initial volume multiplied by this, and this is coming due to volume change in the reaction, that is Fa0 by Ft0 delta x, and this Fa0 by Ft0 delta is same as Ya0 delta, because it can be written Ya0 mole fraction, Ya0 mole of A by total mole. So it is mole fraction. Mole fraction multiplied by volume change with reaction delta is giving a term epsilon A. And in the Levensfield book, it is defined in different way. This is called the volume expansion factor during reaction. This may be negative or positive. If there is volume reduction, then it will be negative. If there is a volume increase, this will be positive. So V is given by V0 1 plus epsilon A XA. So variable volume reaction for volume changes for jth species. Now as V is not constant, we can substitute the volume V0 taking the expression V0 1 plus epsilon A XA or V0 1 plus Na0 by Nt0 delta X. So it is substituted here. And for any species concentration for variable volume reaction, we can use this general term, and J will be different species A, B, C, D, etc. Just substitute and find out the different species concentration. For developing computer program, we can use the general form always, and we can vary the species J. And for flow reactors also Cj is given by similar expression where denominator is volumetric flow rate. But in case of batch reactor, denominator is volume of the reaction species in the left in the reactor. And it is rewritten here, V is equal to this and V0 is 1 plus epsilon Jx. What is J? J depends on the species. If it is A, then epsilon A will be there. So this will be epsilon Ax. And what is epsilon Ax? This V by V0 minus 1. So what is X? X is delta V by V0 epsilon A. And what is delta V? Delta V is V minus V0. In the Levenspiel book, you will find for complete conversion, the fractional volume change is the epsilon. So how epsilon is defined? Epsilon A is the fractional volume change during reaction for full conversion. Ideally, it is not assume it is conversion is 1, but practically it is not possible. So it is fictitious assumption. Epsilon is equal to based on x is equal to 1 delta V by V0. So this expression is available in Levenspiel book. Epsilon A is Vxa is equal to 1 minus Vxa is equal to 0 by Vxa is equal to 0. And epsilon A is fractional volume change. Accordingly, Ca, Cb, Cc, Cd we can write depending on the denominator. And in case of batch reactor, it is V0, capital V. And in case of flow reactors, it is small v, volumetric flow rate. So concentration as a function of Xa is very, very important for solving packed bed reactor mole balance as a function of conversion. Say, example, the gas phase reaction N2 plus 3H2 giving ammonia. And what is Ea? Ea is minus 0.45. But here it is exact stoichiometric ratio followed for addition of reactants. That is N2, if it is 1 mole, 3 mole of hydrogen is added. So total mole is 4. And final 2. So 2 minus 4 by 4 is minus 0.5. But if we supply, it is 70% and it is 30%. So what will be the molar ratio? The molar ratio will be different. That is 3 by 1 initially assumed, but it is not 3 by 1. This will be 70 by 30, 7 by 3. 7 by 3. So for hydrogen, you will get different. And what will be epsilon? In this case, epsilon will be Ya0 delta. So that is 7 by 3 is Ya0 multiplied by delta. What is delta? Minus 0.5. This 0.5. So minus 0.5 multiplied by 7 by 3 is the actual epsilon. If we supply the reactants in different ratio, not if it is not similar to stoichiometric ratio. Now variable reaction, if it is carried out in batch reactor, derive the mole balance again, 1 by V dNA dt Kca, and always here you will use the V, not in the form of dCa dt, because volume is changing with reaction. So substitute V is equal to V0 1 plus epsilon Xa in the mole balance. And here you observe we are getting the same expression. So for first order kinetics, there is no difference between variable volume and constant volume reaction in a batch reactor. We get the same expression dxa dt is k 1 minus xa, because both side, left hand side and right hand side, that volume term cancelled out. But in case of second order, it will be different. So in batch reactor also it can be written minus ln 1 minus xa is ln 1 minus delta V by epsilon A V0. Achha, there is a volume change, but volume change there is no effect on the volume, total volume. But this treatment we can follow observing the volume change with reaction, delta V by V0. Some problems you will find that delta V by V0 is supplied or V by V0 is supplied as a function of time, and you can solve it using the same straight line relation. And now for second order reaction 2A to P, substitute the second order kinetics, substitute Ca. Ca is becoming with respect to volume change 1 plus epsilon Xa will be in the denominator and this square will be there. So a square is there. So left hand side one term 1 plus epsilon Xa will cancel one term in the right hand side and one remaining 1 plus epsilon A Xa. So the final form is not same as the constant volume reaction. So variable volume reaction will after integration there will be two terms in the integration, and you will find 1 plus epsilon Xa by 1 minus Xa plus epsilon A ln 1 minus Xa is equal to Kca0 T. And what is Xa? Xa is also in terms of volume change, we can write this, and this Xa we can substitute here for solving for rate constant K. So left hand side it is a function of Xa. So if the data is available in terms of volume change, from there you will calculate conversion. Then this conversion you substitute in the left hand side to find the function of Xa in the left hand side. And this function of Xa means first term, summation of first term and second term to be plotted as a function of time. And from the slope you find out Kca0. You can go for nth order similarly, and one term will be less, left hand side one volume term will be there and right hand side one term will be less. That's why n minus 1 plus epsilon Xa will be there in the numerator. Then you integrate, but as integration sometimes it is difficult, so you can find out graphically. So graphically we have to plot 1 by minus RA times V as a function of T by Na0. Next is ideal CSTR or mixed flow reactor. Achha, before going to this slide, Two pages are there. Acha. This is already there in the second presentation slides. Variable volume reaction part 2. I have kept part 1 and part 2, and part 2 I have kept flow reactors divided in 2 slides, 2 presentations. And what is flow reactors? Flow reactors of 2 types: continuous start tank reactor or ideal mixed reactor, and second type is plug flow reactor. These two are always considered as to be kept in 2 extreme flow conditions. One is no mixing condition, that is plug flow. Another is complete mixing condition, CSTR. So if we consider a tubular flow reactor, there it is possible to maintain no mixing. But in case of vessel fitted with a stirrer, we cannot maintain the first condition. So there we use complete mixing to get another ideal reactor, that is CSTR. And if there is incomplete mixing, this will be neither plug flow nor CSTR. So that will be intermediate type pattern. So in a straight line, left hand side we can keep PFR and right hand side we can keep CSTR. So depending on the flow mixing behavior, this will be converted to CSTR. Also, we can consider small CSTR in a plug flow reactor. That is, summation of small CSTR will be converted to a plug flow reactor. That is, in case of a axial flow in a tube, at any position we can assume it is mixed radially, perfectly mixed in the radially, but there is no mixing in the axially. So this is the assumption, that is, in each position or cross section, that in each cross section there is a perfect mixing, so that there is no radial variation of concentration. But as you move axially, you will find there is zero mixing, there is no mixing. And if mixing will start, it is called dispersion, and the reaction will follow the non-ideal behavior, and reactor is called non-ideal reactor. And for evaluation of these two reactors, we use space time and space volume, two terms. Just only two terms. Space time is the time required to process one full reactor volume of the feed. Say feed rate is V0 and reactor volume is V. So to process the full complete reactor volume V, capital V, what is the time required for the feed? That is called space time. So space time is 2 liter per hour. Here example is given. Reactor volume is 10 liters and feed flow rate is 5 liter per minute. Then what is the space time? That is 2 minutes. So to process complete reactor volume 10 liters, it will take 2 minutes, because 5 liter taking 1 minute, and within 2 minutes 10 liter material or contents will be passing through the reactor tube. So this is the relation between space time and reactor volumetric flow rate and volume. And space volume, that is equal to reciprocal of space time, or V0 by V. And it is the number of reactor volume of feed at a specified condition which can be processed in unit time. It is based on per unit time. How many number of reactor volume can be processed? So S has a unit, time inverse. tau has a unit time, second, minute, etc. So tau by Ca0 also equal to V by Fa0 because tau is V by V0. So we can write V by Fa0 is equal to tau. And in case of why I have written in this form? Because in the catalytic reactor, never we use the space-time like V by V0. Because reactor is always expressed in terms of catalyst weight for solid catalytic reaction. And catalytic reactors, we use W by Fa0. It is called time factor. And what is W? This is weight of catalyst in a packed bed reactor. Acha, this is up to this is enough because time is already, you may have classes also. So up to this slide, I have finished. I can continue tomorrow after this slide. And if you any question raise, you can ask, or next class you can ask. Just 1 minute. I'll take attendance also.
Sir, when is the test for the
Hello? Hello?
When is the test? Like you told, you'll inform in the class.
Test. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to take from the next week onwards.
Yes, sir. So like in between 6 to 10, there's a test schedule, like test window.
6 to 10?
Yes,
So
sir.
it cannot be changed?
Sir, that is the given test window for us. Like everyone is conducting in that test window itself.
And today is 2nd. But how it is possible? Suppose I am having classes in the next week again, next week.
So tomorrow you have one more 1 hour lecture. So
I can take tomorrow. Okay.
sir, tomorrow you'll have the class. So next
No,
week.
what 6 to 10 it is difficult because in September I am getting 9 and 10. So Thursday I can take, next Thursday.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then it is fixed.
Yes, sir.
So you will remember this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
9th. And up to this, flow reactors. Tomorrow I'll finish the flow reactors. Variable volume, up to variable volume for batch and flow reactors. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, if you have classes, you can leave now.